What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So today EA dropped some new power-ups, and a lot of you guys are excited about it. For the most part, I did tweet out, and also EA Sports tweeted out all the new power-ups that are readily available. One of the main ones that are going on is Deion Sanders and also Isaiah Simmons. We're going to talk about those cards right now. But DARRIUS HEYWARD BEY has been raid sold. That dude is garbage, and I realized it immediately. I played I want to say 4 or 5 games with him. It wasn't anything really exciting, and it cost me about 500K or something like that to make him, so we didn't really lose that much. For those of you guys that bought him and bought his power-up, you probably lost a little. I would just recommend you get rid of him as soon as possible. Also, Deion Sanders does get any team chem that he played for, so I'm going to show you guys that as well. But before we get into that, I'm going to give you guys insight on what's going on with the Sugar Rush promo. So pretty much right now, with the icing on the top, we need to get 65 points to get a treat trail ticket. So we should be at 10 today, which means that we will unlock a 96 overall Sugar Rush fantasy pack. All right, so that's something that you guys can look forward to. It'll probably help you, get your coins up or whatever. Also, remember, we're still waiting for part 2. So you don't have to really go too crazy right now. I don't believe at this time that anything else is unlocked as far as the challenges. They haven't updated anything with that. Once they do, I will be sure to let you guys know as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't think anything else is really going on. So they only show these 2 masters, so there are going to be 2 more master sets that are coming. That's going to be another way for you to get more treat tickets also. And in addition to all of that, we also have the MUT Heroes Daily Assist. All right, so you need 300 rushing yards today to be able to get that badge. I've already completed all 3 of them that I can get repetitively, so I just quick sell it for 1,500 training, and that's pretty much it. That's how I'm using the badges right now. All right, so now with all that's going on, let's go ahead and jump into what you guys are here for, the MUT content, what cards really matter, what's going on within MUT right now. And the first thing you're gonna see right there is Deion Sanders. Now, remember, when this card first came out, he was extremely OP. But what was the main thing that caused many of us to not utilize him? He capped at 97 speed. He couldn't be on everybody's theme team. He was primarily set for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, at the time, a lot of you guys thought it was an L. I thought it was more of a fair situation because the Cowboys weren't really getting that much love at wide receiver, so it kind of helped them out a little bit. But now everybody can utilize him the same way. So these are his numbers right now, and like I said, he gets every team's chem that he did play for. So you're looking at a 99 speed, 99 excel, Deion Sanders for any theme team now that he played for, right? You can now take advantage of that. Now for me, I put him in the slot, and the reason for that is, putting Deion on the slot in a slot and hitting a post or something like that, hitting a drag, he's gonna go wild because he spins, he does everything. So right now he's probably better than anybody else that you can really utilize as a multi-gadget guy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you sometimes come out, maybe you run trips tight end, maybe you run doubles, and you have those plays with the RPOs, and you have him in the slot, he can easily go for 6. Very, very agile, moves crazy. I think he would be a benefit to a lot of teams that have theme teams for the teams that he's played for. So to just give you guys some insight, you got the Falcons, obviously, Niners, Cowboys, Washington, and the Ravens. So all of that is available right now for you guys, and his power-up is really cheap, but the 95 overall card was a little bit expensive, so we ended up using a power-up pass on him just to kind of forego some, unwanted spending. All right, so that's just to give you guys some heads up with that situation. Now, as far as how he's playing, I can't really gauge that. It's not really that big of a difference right now, because for me, ideally, I need a guy to run across her and just get open. He does that. Depending on how you use him, it might be different. So as far as his movements and the way that he gets open, it's similar to what he was prior. So everybody knows he was a dog. It was a lot of people actually still using him way after he was released. So that's something that you guys should also consider. Just keep that in mind as well. All right, guys? So with that being said, Deion Sanders right now is going to be our new slot receiver. And obviously at this point, everybody is a Niner that starts for us at wide receiver, regardless if they're a backup or whatever. It is what it is. We jump over to the defensive side of the ball now, and we look at Isaiah Simmons. Now, a lot of you guys pressured me into going ahead and getting this guy. I didn't really. Barry is really good. All right? I'm going to give you the pros. I'm going to give you the cons of Isaiah Simmons. All right? A lot of you guys look at that whole change of direction thing. I didn't really get a big deal, as far as his movement. I didn't really see a lot that would make it like, oh my God, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't something crazy with that. I just wanted to point that out because everybody was making a big deal about that. As far as his movement though, I didn't really get a lot to where it's like, it's really that drastic to where he's not going where I want him to go. In the beginning of the year, he had built-in lurker. So because of that, he was just able to jump and get everything and pick everything off, which was a very, very beautiful thing earlier in the year to start it off. So what do we get from him now? Him getting a power up, 98 speed. If you got a Cardinals theme team or whatever, you probably had him at what, 97 before, so he's definitely a 99 for you now. I'm not sure, you know, if is it really that important that he doesn't have the 99 speed? You guys know how I feel. It's something about 99 speed that just like gets us all excited, and you know, we just feel that we're going to be super fast on the field. However, it's not necessarily true that we're losing anything with him having 98, depending on how you use him. Now, as far as he compared to Eric Berry with stopping the run, I will tell you this: he was shedding guards and making tackles. Berry didn't really shed the same way. So that 233, 73 strength, you know, it's probably something there. Let's go take a look at his block shed. It's something going on. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe that's 78 block shed. Let's go take a look at Berry in a second. But he was really, really good in the run game. So that's very, very important for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is something that I'm like, all right, I got to take note of that, because a lot of people will come out and they'll put all abilities on their O-line now. I played a couple guys. You know, you guys will see it later on GmiasWorld Gaming. You know, dudes coming out with all 5 O-lineman abilities, nasty streak, post-ups, all stupidness. So you got to be ready for that. That is something that is very, very important. I need you guys to understand that, because once you get started going down this path, bro, it's really it's a point of no return. Now remember, I'm not going to man him up. He's my user, so I don't care about that 95 speed with him just meeting the threshold, because some of you guys had concerns about that. You know, that's like right at the threshold. Yo, Gmi, is he going to be able to man up? We all know, right? There's a few things that we should all know at this point in the game. Most of the things that we think work does not work. And things that should not work, work. That's how ridiculous Madden 21 is. So I need everybody to understand exactly how it works. He's going to be a much better player in the run game. For those of you guys that watched the final game that I played, where I played an absolute moron that was doing whatever he wanted, you guys got to see that. It was very, very important to be able to understand the differences between him and Berry. So that is a huge W. That's one of the reasons why I may continue to keep using him, is because I feel that if somebody comes out to run the ball, if I click on and I try to shed with the X button, or A, I believe if you're on Xbox, you're going to get that shed off of guards. It's really, really wild. It's absolutely insanely ridiculous. So you will be able to get away with that. That is very, very important. Okay, that is something that you guys should definitely look to try to figure out more of what's going on, because I do believe, you know, all things considered, that you would have a lot more success, you know, running it the way that I'm running it now. If you run double A gap and you just don't give a F about anything, I would say, you know, at this time right now, it's probably the safest bet is to go ahead and get Isaiah Simmons and have him as your user and just run around like a maniac and see what happens, because it will help you inside of the run game, and you will shed, and it will be automatic. Now, let's get down to really what's going on. You guys want to know some info about, you know, Berry, because yeah, Berry is wild. But, you know, the thing about Berry, let's take a look at what's going on with him, because with the way that we're comparing it right now, we can look on the right side and try to figure out some things. He has an 80 strength. Is that real? Because he's actually stronger than Isaiah Simmons. Okay, let's go to his block shed, and 79. It's actually the same thing. So I don't know. Maybe it's the weight. Is it the weight for Berry? Let's see how big he is, and try to figure out what's going on right now. We have to see exactly what's happening. Let me see what this is. What's his weight right now? Because that could be a determinant. So he's 212. Is that a big deal? You know, it could mean a lot of different things. It could definitely mean a lot of different things that, you know, we're not really like keen to right now with the game, with the tune, because it's something about it to where he actually, it just cheats for him. Isaiah Simmons, they just cheat for him. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he's 6'4" and whatever also, because, you know, like, you know, the bigger, taller type guy, maybe that's something that's really, you know, influencing the way that he plays. But I had no issues. I had zero issues with the run because of the way he was shedding. So that is very, very important to me. I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that. But we'll go back and take a look real quick before, you know, we get off the subject, because and also he's actually one of the cheaper cards to upgrade. You may have to spend a little bit of money for his 87 or whatever, but he's one of the cheaper cards to upgrade. So I think that weight is determining, when he has the impact, how he's able to shed and make contact with the running back or whatever your opponent's doing. So that's something you might want to consider. But either way, he's relatively cheap, so you can try him out. I got his power up for like, what, 15K? And it was relatively cheap to get the rest of his cards. And then some of you guys still have power-ups as well. So I wouldn't really worry too much about that aspect. All right, guys, that's something that I definitely wanted to make sure you guys were aware of. As far as all of the other power-ups like Alex Smith and stuff like that, I'm not concerned about that. Aaron Rodgers did sell earlier on me. He just didn't make a play. He had me raging, but you know, it is what it is. And for those of you guys that are still asking, yes, Deion Sanders can play on offense and he can still be on defense. All right, so he is there. You know, you just can't have them on the same side of the ball. So that means you can't have Quentin Nelson at left guard and Quentin Nelson at fullback, but you can have them on either side of the ball. So that's pretty much what's going on right now in Madden Ultimate Team with the power-ups, with what's going on. I would urge you guys to be very, very cautious with your approach with overspending on some of these cards that just came out with power-ups, because you obviously know we have Ultimate Legends. We also have part 2 of this actual promo with the Sugar Rush. So just be careful with the spending, because I'm already halfway broke right now, dude. I got like 600K. I don't want to, you know, spend anything right now. I want to wait to see what's happening. Still waiting for that Calvin. So we'll wait for that. We'll watch and see what goes on with it, and we'll pretty much go from there. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys right now. Please feel free to check out GmiasWorld Gaming later. The video will be out showcasing all of the stuff that's been going on, and we'll pretty much go from there. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Continue to be safe. Until next time, one love, y'all.